Very good afternoon, everyone, as we welcome you to Belleville West High School as we get you set for softball playoffs. That's right, we are finally into the softball playoff season, and today we have your Collinsville Lady Kahawks playing host, or no, actually they're not playing host, they are playing the visitor here today, as the O'Fallon Panthers are standing in the way of a date with Belleville East Saturday morning for the regional championship. I'm Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network as we welcome you into the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show. Cullip Jennings Florist is a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. You can stop in for weekly specials. Give them a call at 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com. Collinsville comes into this contest overall at 22-13. 6-8 they finished in the Southwestern Conference. That was good enough for fourth place. O'Fallon comes in with an overall record of 19-9. They finished 10-4 in Southwestern Conference play, and that was good enough for third place. These two teams are being introduced to the crowd here, and we apologize. We do not have a pregame interview set up with head coach Brett Swip, one of those things where I've never done a game from here before, so the setup procedure took a little longer than expected, and the Kahawks were getting ready to take the field in about 2 minutes to do their warm-ups by the time I got through setting everything up. So I asked Coach Swift to please join me here behind home plate after the game was over, win or lose. So hopefully he will do that. So we'll get you set up with other things instead of a coach's interview here for the pregame show right after we take a break for the national anthem. When we come back, we will set the starting lineups for you, and then we'll have first pitch, all that and more coming up on the Kahawks Sports Network. And once again, we welcome you back to Belleville West. Todd Duke along with you here on the Kahawk Sports Network as we get you set for the semifinal championship game between Collinsville and O'Fallon. Winner will move on Saturday morning and take on Belleville East as they downed Belleville West last night by a score of 8-0. I have it backwards on the screen, so forgive me. I didn't know what way it was going to be, and I don't have enough time, nor can I even see my screen very well to change the logos, change the colors and everything, but the Panthers are the host. They should be on the bottom of the scoreboard. So I'm just going to leave it alone, and that means that Collinsville will be batting first here as we start things off. For the Kahawks, it'll be Liz Sauer batting first and playing center field. R.J. Simpson will bat second and play first base. Maddie Loutz playing shortstop here this afternoon, batting third. Belle Marcella is in the cleanup spot. She will be batting fourth, playing third base. Riley Doyle behind the plate, batting fifth. In the sixth spot, Heather Martinez holding down duties at second base. Hannah Scrum is in left field, batting seventh. Sam Brakebill is the designated player this afternoon. She will bat eighth. Adriana Hall will be in right field, batting ninth. And Sam Brakebill is batting for Kendra Butcher, the pitcher, this afternoon for Collinsville. For O'Fallon, they will lead things off in the home half of the first inning with Miley Bruner. She plays shortstop. Zoe Howard is at third base batting second. Ashley Schlor is behind the plate and catching. Kelly Short bats cleanup, plays second base. Haley Yanger is on the mound batting fifth. Caitlin Moore is the designated player and will be batting for Austin Vickery in right field. Jade Williams bats 7th and plays center field. Make that left field. Caroline Keller at first base and Courtney Keller is in center field, rounding out the starting 9 for the O'Fallon Panthers. So on in the circle, it is going to be Haley Yanger for O'Fallon. She comes in having played in 18 previous games. She has started 10 of those. 4 complete game victories this year for Yanger. She has a 6-7 record, 75 innings pitched plus, and she brings with her a ERA of 2.22. 43 strikeouts to 15 walks this year for Yanger as O'Fallon takes the field and gets ready for their warm-up pitches or infield practice. Let's get some more numbers out for you, shall we? Collinsville, they come in having scored 297 runs on the year. That's the most runs scored in the Southwestern Conference on the year. You average it out, though, and it equals 8.49 runs per game, which is 3rd in the Southwest Conference this year. Defensively for Collinsville, they have allowed 170 runs. That's 4th in the Southwestern Conference, averaging 4.86 runs given up per game, and that is also 4th in the conference. For O'Fallon, they come in having scored 209 runs on the year. That is good enough for 4th in the Southwestern Conference, averaging 7.46 runs per game. That's 5th best in the Southwestern Conference. Defensively, though, that's where they make their bread and butter. They've only allowed 95 runs on the year. That's good for 2nd in Southwestern Conference, and 3.39 runs per game allowed is good for 3rd in the conference for O'Fallon. We are ready to go. Yanger ready. First pitch, inside and low. Ball 1 to Liz Sauer. Sauer on the year, coming in batting .295 with 7 runs batted in. 200 feet every direction you go out here at Belleville West. Next pitch is on the inside corner and a called strike, and we are underway. Nice sunshiny day, very warm. A little bit of a breeze blowing right at my back, so to straightaway center field. Not gusting or anything like that, so if you want to muscle one out there, you're not going to get any help from the wind. A little outside on the next pitch to Sauer, and it is 2-1. It'll be Sauer, Simpson, and Louts here in the top of the first inning for Collinsville. If anyone can get on, Bell Marcella will have a chance to bat as Sauer takes a strike. And it'll even things out at 2-2. Underway just a little bit early here. There's a swing and a foul ball down the first base line. That hugged the line all the way down to the very end, and then snuck off to the right. And again, we apologize for the setup, but it is what it is. It's what they give us, and you can't see the whole field, so you'll have to rely on me to tell you what's going on. Here's another 2-2. This one's in fair territory, down to first base. Caroline Keller gets it, steps on the bag for out number 1. O'Fallon, the home team, dressed in the dark blue uniforms, trimmed in yellow with the word O'Fallon across the front. Numbers are in yellow. Hats are also royal blue with the big yellow O for O'Fallon on the front. Collinsville, they have on the purple trousers and the white jerseys. Numbers are in double. Kahoks written across the fronts of their jerseys. As R.J. Simpson steps in and takes the first one low. This one is outside quickly. 2-0 to R.J. Simpson, second best hitter on the team this year. .393 average, 23 runs batted in, 3 home runs. And she stands in from the left side, looks at one down the middle. 2-1. Defensively for O'Fallon, Williams is out in left field. Courtney Keller in center field. Vickery in right field as Simpson swings and fouls one down the right side. Around the horn on the infield, Howard at third base, Bruner at short. Short is at second. Caroline Keller is at first. Haley Yanger on the mound. Schlor is behind the plate. 2-2 now to Simpson, 1 out. Ball outside. Full count. Collinsville fans have shown up in full force, supporting their purple rally towels. I got one. I call it a sweat towel. Outside. R.J. Simpson becomes the first base runner of the afternoon as she receives a free pass. And that'll bring up Collinsville's leading hitter, Maddie Louts. Maddie on the year batting .442, 30 runs batted in. She leads in that department as well. And a couple of home runs. Saw an inside the park home run from her on the last game that we did from the Collinsville Sports Complex. Louts from the right side pops one up on the infield. Just into the outfield grass. The second baseman Short has it. And there are two away. That brings up Belle Marsala. Marsala was up in the leading hitters last year for the team, batting .352 this year with 7 runs batted in, but she missed a big chunk of the season in the middle of the year after taking a line drive off the chin and getting some stitches. She bunts one, it dead, down at first base, in front of the mound, and the overthrow over at first base will allow R.J. Simpson to go all the way down to third. So Marsala reaches on the air. Number 26, catcher, Riley Doyle. And Collinsville has first and third with 2 outs, and up steps Riley Doyle. Doyle on the year, batting .269, 1 home run, 19 runs batted in. Foul ball down the third base line for Riley Doyle. Marsala's on over at first. So Collinsville has first and third, 2 outs here. Yanger looks into Schlor, has her sign. This one's low. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 2 outs in the inning. We're in the top of the first. No score thus far. Collinsville trying to make some noise here and put some runs up in the first inning. Yanger looks in. Brings it, swinging right back to where it came from. Yanger, 1 throw over to first base, and that is going to do it for the inning. Collinsville leaves a couple. No hits in the inning, but as I mentioned, 2 left. We head to the home half of the first, no score. Let's go ahead and thank Mike and Nancy Cluck. They are proud graduates of Collinsville High School, and now they are proud owners of their very own Allstate agency. It's in Glen Carbon. It's called the Cluck Family Allstate Agency, and they are eager to earn your business. It's right across the street from the IHOP as you enter Glen Carbon. Give them a call for a free quote, 205-6060. You can also check out their Allstate Agency website or their Facebook page to connect with them today. We enter the home half of the first. That means the Panthers get to come up to the plate for the first time here in this game. And they'll lead things off with Miley Bruner, followed by Zoe Howard and Ashley Schlor. If anyone can get on, Kelly Short will have a chance to bat. They'll be facing Kendra Butcher, the freshman on the year. This is her 21st game pitched in. She has 13 starts before this one, 2 complete games. She has an 8-5 record with an ERA of 6.54 in 66 1/3 innings pitched. And early in the year, Butcher has struck out 41 while walking 23. So the freshman gets the call for game number 1. First pitch to Bruner, popped up, center field, sending back, and no one's going to get that one. First pitch, leadoff home run by Miley Bruner. Miley Bruner, second leading hitter on her team. That was her 3rd home run and her 16th run batted in.
Number 14, third baseman, Zoe Howard.
That'll bring in Zoe Howard. Howard on the year, the leading hitter for the Panthers. Batting .438, 23 runs batted in, 3 home runs. So Bruner just tied her in the home run department. So Kendra Busher needs to shake that off. Forget about it. And she brings the pitch to Zoe Howard, and Howard squared around a bunt. Home plate umpire said it was a strike. He appeals down to first. First base umpire says no swing. Defensively for Collinsville, Scrum is out in left field. Sauer in center. Hall is over in right field. Belmar Sala at third. Louts at short. Martinez at second. Simpson is at first. Kendra Butcher in the pitcher circle, and Riley Doyle behind the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike the count to Zoe Howard. Butcher ready with the next. Here it is. Swinging a foul ball. Filled in the stands, lined up down the fences. This place is full of fans from both teams. Butcher trailing 1-0. Next pitch outside. 2-1. 2-2 the count. Butcher ready with the next. Here it is. Inside, ball 3. Full count, nobody out, 1 run home. Zoe Howard stands back in from the right side. Next pitch on the way, swinging a foul ball. I think that was off of the shoulder of Doyle. Count remains full, 3-2. Big, bright, sunshiny day. Warm, temperatures in the upper 80s. Still a little bit warmer than it's supposed to be this time of year, but after the whole month of April was spent colder than it should be, this is very welcomed, I think. Foul ball out of play, keeps the count 3-2 once again. Miley Bruner led off this inning with a first pitch solo home run to straightaway center field. Zoe Howard, the second batter, and she is making Kendra Butcher work. Next pitch, low and outside, ball 4.
Number 7 catcher, Ashley Schlor.
There's Ashley Schlor, the catcher. Schlor on the year, batting .352. She leads the team in the home run department with 6. 19 runs batted in. First pitch, she's bunting. It's dead right at home plate, and it hits the bat while the bat was in home plate. So that's just a foul ball. So we'll do it all over again. 0-1 pitch coming into Schlor. She bunts and bunts it foul, so 0-2.
All right, here we go, Ash. Now take it for a ride, kid.
Kelly Short, the cleanup hitter, waits on deck. Got more playoff action coming for you tomorrow. Baseball playoffs. Boys are across town at Belleville East tomorrow afternoon, taking on Granite City. Strike 3 called. That one hits the inside corner.
Number 10, second baseman, Kelly Short.
1 out. Short comes up to the plate, batting .361 on the year, 22 runs batted in, couple of home runs. Butcher brings it, swing, and a fly ball to center field. Sowers there. She has it for out number 2. Throw all the way into first base. And back in safely is Zoe Howard, and 2 away. Haley Yinger comes up to the plate. The pitcher on the afternoon, batting .385 on the year with 19 runs batted in. Also a couple of home run balls this year. Butcher, first one, swing and a miss.
Hey, see it, AJ? Here we go, 1-6.
Caitlin Moore, the designated player, waiting on deck here for O'Fallon. Outside, snap throw down to first base, and back in time is Zoe Howard. That ball was outside the strike zone, 1-1 the count. Butcher delivers the next, swinging a line drive right into the glove of Belle Marsala at third base. Inning comes to a close, but 1 run does come across on a solo home run by Miley Bruner. 1 runner left on base as well. We head now to the second inning. O'Fallon up 1-0. Let's thank Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center. They handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, the not-so-basic stuff as well, like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing in 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Call 345-0611 or online, mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. First batter gets hit. Down to first base, Heather Martinez. And that brings up Hannah Scrum. Didn't even get a chance to tell you that Martinez is batting .333 with 21 runs batted in on the year. Scrum steps in from the left side. She squares around to bunt and bunts foul. Hannah on the year batting .256. 4 runs batted in. One to nothing in favor of O'Fallon. Collinsville trying to answer that here. They have a runner on at first base. Heather Martinez, after getting hit by a pitch, stands down at first. Yanger's ready. Scrum bunts and bunts foul again. Quickly 0-2. Scrum ready to step back in. Yanger brings it. It's low. Down to second goes Martinez. Ball goes into the outfield, but Martinez is going to stay put. So the tying run down at second base. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Hannah Scrum. Scrum crowds the plate from the left side. Yanger's ready. Swinging a foul ball. At least she wasn't bunting this time. That keeps her alive. Bethann Swartz coaching down at the first base line. Coach Brett Swip down the third base line. Next pitch, swinging a foul ball back over our heads here. And we'll do it all over again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at second, no one out. Collinsville trailing 1-0. We're in the top of the second. regional semifinal game, and swing and a miss by Scrum. 1 out for Sam Brakebill. Brakebill on the year batting .364 with 16 runs batted in. Swing and a miss by the Collinsville designated player, batting today for pitcher Kendra Butcher. Adriana Hall waits on deck. 1 out, runner at second for Collinsville. Trailing 1-0 are the Kahawks. There's a bunt right in front of home plate. Yanger's up with it, throws over to first base in time for the out. And down to third goes Martinez.
Number 24, right fielder, Adriana Hall.
That'll bring in Adriana Hall. Adriana on the year batting .286 with 10 runs batted in. She has number 11 just 60 feet away. Strike. Hits the outside corner. From Yanger to the Collinsville right fielder, Adriana Hall. Collinsville would like to tie this thing up. Swinging a foul ball out of play. New softball comes into Yanger, and it is an 0-2 count to Adriana Hall. Back to the top of the order, Liz Sauer waits in the on-deck circle. Next pitch, a little bit low for Hall, good eye. And yes, there is on-deck circles here. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 2 outs, runner at third for the Kahawks. Next pitch, outside, ball 2, 2-2. Yanger, the righty, ready to the lefty Hall. Outside and low, just missed. Full count now for Adriana Hall. Should get something to hit here. There's a bouncing ball, that's fair. Long throw over to third by the third baseman, not in time. And scrambling back into third base is Heather Martinez, and meanwhile Hall on the play to third goes down to second.
Number 14, center fielder, Lizzie Sauer.
So back to the top of the order, and Lizzie Sauer. Sauer swung at the first pitch seesaw in this game and grounded out unassisted to Caroline Keller down at first base. So now runners on second and third. Heather Martinez led off this inning, being hit by a pitch. She stole second, went down to third on a sacrifice bunt by Sam Brakebill. Adriana Hall reaches on an infield single, makes it down to second on the throw back to third to try to get Heather Martinez sneaking toward home plate. That didn't happen. So 2 outs, runners on second and third. Here is Sauer. She looks at one low. Ball 1. Sauer stands back in from the right side. Yanger ready to go. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive right to the second baseman short, and the inning comes to a close. Collinsville picks up their first hit, but they strand 2 more runners, and now they have left 4 runners on in the first 2 innings. As we head now to the bottom of the second, O'Fallon still up 1-0. Let's thank Brad Keene at Visionary Wealth Advisors in O'Fallon. Brad Keene is a 1988 graduate of Collinsville High School. He is a wealth management advisor with 22 years of experience. You can call him today for financial advice, work on your investment portfolio, or any plans you have, as like your retirement plan and your estate plan. He'll help you with those as well. Visionary Wealth Advisors, offices in Edwardsville, St. Louis, and O'Fallon. You can call Brad Keene today at 726-3008 or online, visionarywealthadvisors.com. These two teams, no secrets to each other, as Collinsville is 7-40 against O'Fallon over the last 18 years. That is a 6-36 regular season mark and 1-4 in the playoffs. Last time these two teams met in the playoffs was about 5 years ago. Lost 10-3 in the regional opener at Belleville East. First person to lead off here is Caitlin Moore, the designated player, batting for Austin Vickery in right field. Moore batting .308 with 9 runs batted in on the year. Lefty waits the 0-1 from Butcher. Here it is. It's in the dirt. Ball 1-1-1. It'll be the middle to the bottom of the order. Moore, Jade Williams, and Caroline Keller, if anyone gets on. The number 9 batter, Courtney Keller, will have a chance to bat for O'Fallon. Moore grounds the ball too short. Louts is up with it, throws over in time for out number 1.
Number 25, left fielder, Jade Williams.
And to bring in Jade Williams, the left fielder. Williams on the year, batting .231 with 7 runs batted in. Williams from the right side awaits the first pitch from Butcher. It's a high fly ball, and it's going to land foul just behind first base. And Williams will come back in and do it all over again. We're in the bottom of the second. A leadoff solo home run by Miley Bruner for O'Fallon has given the Panthers a 1-0 lead. Swinging another pop fly. This one is in Heather Martinez's glove at second base. And there are 2 away, and here comes Caroline Keller. Caroline Keller batting .310 on the year with 7 runs batted in. Courtney Keller, sister, waits in the on-deck circle. Butcher ready to go to the first Keller outside. Belleville East won their game against Belleville West 8-0 last night. Some of the Lady Lancers are sitting right in front of me, taking in this game, doing a little scouting. A little high with the next pitch from Butcher. 2-0. Butcher ready with the next strike called. 2-1. I have 2 games at the Alton Regional today after a postponement last night between Edwardsville and Springfield. So those 2 teams will play tonight or this afternoon as Keller swings and fouls one out of play. That'll be the 4 o'clock game, I believe they rescheduled that for. Nope, 4:30 today. And Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin was supposed to play Alton today at 4:30. That game is moved to tomorrow. Next one from Butcher to Keller, swinging another foul. This one back to the screen. Belleville West beat Granite City 2-0 on Monday night. That got them into the next game. Last night's game against Belleville East. Lancers won 8-0, so the Lancers wait in the wings for the winner of this contest to be played Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Caroline Keller. Second strikeout on the afternoon for Kendra Butcher. And it's a 1-2-3 inning defensively for Collinsville as we head now to the top of the third. O'Fallon up 1-0. R.J. Simpson will lead things off here for Collinsville. Top of the third. Simpson walked and was stranded at third in the first inning. Next pitch, swing and a shot out to left field over the outstretched glove of Williams, all the way up against the fence. Turning and coming into second, standing up is R.J. Simpson with a leadoff double here in the third inning.
Number 20, shortstop, Maddie Louts.
Hi, sweetheart. I'm good. How are you?
And to bring up Maddie Louts. Louts swung on the first pitch she saw in the first inning. Popped up to the second baseman short. Collinsville has the tying run down at second base in the form of R.J. Simpson. Louts bunts, foul. Belmar Salo waits on deck. It has been 6 years since Collinsville last won a opening regional playoff game. 2011. That was the last time Collinsville captured a regional championship trophy as well. Next one misses. 1-1 the count to Maddie Louts. Last playoff win for the Kahoks over O'Fallon, 2-0 in the first round of regionals. That was 15 years ago, May of '03. Lost 1-0 to Alton the next day as this bunt stays at home plate, foul. Collinsville lost both games this year to O'Fallon. The game we had for you, 6-4 at Collinsville on the 4th of April. A 4-run third inning for O'Fallon did them in. Miley Bruner went 3 for 4 in that game with 2 runs scored. Next pitch into Louts misses. Maddie Louts pitched all 7 innings in that game, gave up 5 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, no walks, and went 2 for 3 at the plate as well. The other game was just a couple of weeks ago in O'Fallon, a 4-1 loss to the Panthers. Swinging a high fly ball, shallow. Both the left fielder and center fielder coming over, but it's the center fielder, Courtney Keller, who makes the catch. Staying at second base, R.J. Simpson, and there's one out. That brings up Belle Marsala. Marsala reached on an error by the catcher as her bunt stayed at home plate, and Schloer threw the ball wide of Keller at first. So Marsala, chance to either move the runner over or get the runner home. First pitch, strike call. Yanger looks into Schloer, has her sign, brings it to Marsala. It's high. Ball 1-1. One out, runner on second. Collinsville trailing 1-0. We're in the third. Winner will move on to the regional championship game Saturday morning. The schedule for Saturday morning at 11 o'clock, but if one of the schools involved has got graduation that day, it'll be moved to 4. Swing and a miss. Runner goes as the throw was in time, but Howard couldn't get it in her glove. Kind of bounced off of her wrist. And down to third, R.J. Simpson. One ball, 2 strikes the count to Marsala. One out in the inning. Riley Doyle waits on deck. Here's the next to Marsala. She fouls it into the O'Fallon dugout. One and 2 to Marsala. R.J. Simpson's on at third base. Pitch, strike 3 called. And then the catcher Schloer drops it, but swiftly tags Marsala out. Second strikeout on the afternoon for Yanger. 2 away. And that brings up Riley Doyle. Doyle grounded out back to the pitcher her first time up, as she talks things over with head coach Brett Swip. Let's thank Pack Mail. They are locally owned and operated. Ryan Combs handles that responsibility. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because you are a neighbor. Pack Mail also offers shipping materials and containers, P.O. boxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com, or you can call 346-4884. First pitch misses to Doyle. Tying run just 60 feet away. Need a base hit, or an error, or a wild pitch, or a pass ball, or a home run. How about that? 1-0 to Doyle. Swinging a fly ball that's over the shortstop Bruner's head into the outfield, and we are tied. RBI single by Riley Doyle scores R.J. Simpson. That'll bring up Heather Martinez. Martinez was hit by a pitch back in the second, stole second base. Ended up going to third on a Sam Breakbill sacrifice bunt, but then was stranded there. 1-1 our score, new game. This one hits the outside corner to Martinez. Next pitch, swing and a shot down the third base line, that's down. And it's booted by Williams out in left field. And all the way to third base on the play is going to be Riley Doyle as Heather Martinez makes it down to second base. 2 doubles in this inning now for Collinsville. And the Kahawks are in business here with runners on second and third and 2 outs for Hannah Scrum. Scrum, a strikeout victim her first time up. As we have another meeting in the pitcher circle. That'll give us a chance to thank the Junior Service Club of Collinsville. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club has been providing women in the area opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects to help the needy in Collinsville. They have a big raffle coming up, and they have tickets on sale right now, so check in with your friendly neighborhood Junior Service Club member. They will have tickets for sale. If not, you can just email the Junior Service Club, collinsvillejsc@gmail.com. Not sure what we're going to have going on here. We do have 3 umpires here today. Only usually have 2 during the regular season. Now all conversations are over. I think the home plate umpire used that time to get a drink of water and wipe the sweat from his brow. So he didn't go out there and press the issue. At any rate, we are back to action, and here is Hannah Scrum standing in from the left side. There are 2 outs. We're in the top of the third. Collinsville is tied it at 1. Runners on second and third as that ball skips into the glove of Schlor behind home plate. Ball 1. Yeah, nice base hit here from Scrum. Scrum had an excellent weekend. That doubleheader against Roxana, where combined she went 7 of 8. Swing and a roller to short at second base, and she underhands over to Keller at first in time for the out. But the inning comes to a close after Collinsville scores a run, ties it up on 3 base hits. They leave 2 more base runners on base as we head now to the bottom of the third. We are knotted at 1. Let's thank the Collinsville Education Association. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page. The number 9 batter for O'Fallon has not batted yet, so she will do that here. It'll be Courtney Keller. Then back to the top of the order, and Miley Bruner and Zoe Howard to face Kendra Butcher here. 1-1 game, bottom of the third. Courtney Keller on the year, batting .389 with 15 runs batted in. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Courtney Keller back to the top of the order, Miley Bruner, and then Zoe Howard. Butcher ready with the 0-1, swinging a foul ball down the third base side. Oh, and 2 the count to Courtney Keller. Butcher ready with the 0-2 pitch. Here it is. Swinging a high pop fly. This one's down the first base line and out of play. If there really is an out of play down here, there is a little fence that jets out from each dugout. The one down the third base side goes all the way down into the corner and connects with the outfield fence. The one on the first base side stops after about 20 feet. So there is a lot of room in foul territory down that way. As the next 0-2 pitch comes from Butcher to Keller, strike 3 called. Got her looking. Third strikeout on the afternoon for Butcher. And that brings us back to Miley Bruner, who led this game off with a solo home run on the very first pitch to O'Fallon to straightaway center field. Sauer wary of that. She plays back next to the warning track. First pitch is a little outside and low. Ball 1 to Miley Bruner. Butcher ready with the next. Outside. Ball 2, 2-0. And the 2-0, swing and a miss. That pitch was probably ball 3, a little high. Bruner swung at it anyway. Butcher ready with the 2-1. Swinging a high fly ball. This one's going out to center field. Sauer is underneath it. She says she has it, and she does for out number 2. That'll bring up Zoe Howard, who walked and was stranded at first. That was right after Bruner hit that home run, so there was no one out, and she didn't move. As Butcher got the next 3 in order. After the home run to Bruner and the walk to Howard, Schloer, Short, and Yanger went all down. 1, 2, 3 as the first pitch into Howard is in the dirt, ball 1. Ashley Schloer waits on deck. Bottom of the third, 1-1. 2 outs. Here comes the next pitch to Howard. Swinging a line drive right over the glove of Maddie Louts. That's going to roll all the way to the fence, and Howard is going to be in with a stand-up double.
Number 7 catcher, Ashley Schloer.
That is only the second base hit on the afternoon for O'Fallon after that solo home run by Bruner. Here comes Ashley Schloer. Schloer got caught looking at a called third strike at her first at bat. First pitch, swing, and a foul ball. Kelly Short waits in the on-deck circle. Zoe Howard stands at second base, 2 outs. 1-1 game, bottom of the third. Butcher ready with the next. Here it is. Swing and a miss, or got a little piece of it, stayed at home plate. So quickly 0-2 to the catcher, Schlor. See if Butcher can take something off of this pitch and have Schlor swing right through it. Here it is. Swinging a foul ball down the third base side. Nice, bright, warm, sunshiny day here at Belleville West High School as Butcher is ready with the 0-2. Swinging a pop-up. This one's going to be in foul territory, but at first base, Simpson calls for it and brings it in for the out. So the one-out double doesn't harm us. We head now to the fourth inning, and we are tied at 1. Sam Brakebill will lead things off here in the fourth inning for Collinsville. 1-1 game. Brakebill swings at the first pitch, and she singles. Out in right field. And that was a blue pit. And the umpire called her safe. The throw came in from Vickery out in right field. And now we're going to have a talk between all three of the umpires, as I'm guessing that they have different views of that play than the man that was closest to the play. And they call her out. So we're going to go 9-3 on the put out. Well, Coach Swift arguing, and now the fans want to argue too about the same thing I said. Pitch, swing, base hit. That one's not going to get thrown out from left field. Adriana Hall is on first. That's back to the top of the order, and Lizzie Sauer. So one out, runner on at first base. I'm sorry, folks. I am trying to load up my other card, but I can't see in this sunshine. I did not make these computer screens to see in the bright sun. First pitch is a ball to Sauer. Sauer is 0 for 2. Rounded out unassisted to third base and then grounded out to the pitcher in her 2 plate appearances. Yanger skips one into the dirt right around the ankles of Sauer. Okay. Sauer awaits the next. High and outside. That was a nice job by Schlor to hold on to that ball. And now pitcher and catcher want to talk things over. Had a lot of conversations out there in the pitcher's circle. Let's thank the city of Collinsville. You can check out the city of Collinsville's Facebook page for upcoming events. Right now they have their Movies on Main already scheduled. June 9th is the first movie of the year for the Movies on Main program. Despicable Me 3 on June the 9th, the Lego Ninja movie on the 23rd. For more information, you can check out the city of Collinsville's Facebook page. And as always, the city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District and all their district athletes. Runner on first, Adriana Hall. She's there with one out. Swinging a high fly ball for Sauer off the end of her bat. That's a gapper. That's running all the way against the wall. Here comes Adriana Hall. She is going to be held at third base. And in with the third double of the afternoon here for Collinsville is Lizzie Sauer. So Hall over to third base. That'll bring up R.J. Simpson. Simpson has walked and was stranded at first, or excuse me, at third, back in the first. And then she doubled back in the third and stole a base. And later came around to score on the RBI single by Riley Doyle. They're going to go ahead and walk R.J. Simpson. So bases loaded for Maddie Lautz. Lautz is 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a pop-up on the infield and a fly out to Courtney Keller in center. Yanger to Lautz, swinging a shot past the first baseman. Here comes Hall. That's the lead for Collinsville. Throw home, not in time, and the Kahawks go up 3-1. Adriana Hall and Liz Sauer come in to score. R.J. Simpson down to third. Maddie Lautz on at first. And Collinsville has a 3-1 lead here in the top of the fourth inning with one out. And up steps Belle Marsala. Marsala reached on an error in the first inning, got caught looking at a called third strike in the third. And she could do some further damage. Yanger's first pitch to Marsala inside, but it hits the corner. Called strike one.
All right, Belle, come on, you're a hitter, 3-0.
Marsala. Only one out. Runners on the corners here for Collinsville. There's a bunt, and it's perfect. Right in front of home plate. Only play is to first. One run is in as the throw comes down, sliding through the tag was R.J. Simpson, and down to second is Maddie Lautz. Collinsville up 4-1.
Number 26 catcher, Riley Doyle.
Go Panther!
2 outs in the inning. Riley Doyle steps up to the plate. Doyle knocked in the first run for Collinsville back in the third. Grounded out to the pitcher Yanger back in the first. And a shot backhanded by Short at second. She turns around from her knees and throws. Nice play to end the inning. But in the inning, 3 runs come across on 4 base hits. Collinsville now leads by a score of 4-1. Let's thank my friend Peyton Blaylock with RE/MAX Alliance. Peyton wants you to know it's okay to buy and sell real estate. Mortgage rates are still at all-time lows. No one knows this better than Peyton Blaylock with RE/MAX Alliance. You can call Peyton today at 780-4622 or online, Peyton Blaylock at remax.net. Bottom of the fourth, Collinsville leads 4-1 after 1 run in the third and 3 runs in the fourth. First pitch swinging, pop fly. Adriana Hall is underneath it and has it for the first down off of the bat of Kelly Short, and that's how the bottom of the fourth gets underway as the wind is kind of picked up here. That'll bring up the pitcher, Haley Yanger. Yanger lined out to Marsala at third base, her first time up. Kendra Butcher, the freshman pitcher, deals. Swing and a chance for Louts at short. She scoops, she fires, and quickly there are 2 away. That'll bring up Caitlin Moore. Moore grounded out to Louts, her first time up.
Come on, Katie Moore.
Katie Moore's a tiny one.
She is. Go, Katie. Come on, 3.
2 outs. We're in the bottom of the fourth. 4-1, Collinsville has the lead. Swinging a foul ball. Kahawks with a 4-1 advantage here in the fourth inning. Collinsville looking for their first playoff victory in 6 years. Moore from the left side. Awaits the pitch from Butcher. Swinging a line drive right into the glove of Maddie Louts as she was almost diving to her left. And the inning comes to a close. It's a 1-2-3 inning. We head now to the top of the fifth. Collinsville up 4-1. Time to thank All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees is your place for custom apparel for your school, your business, your sports team, and more. All Pro Tees offers a variety of services and options, and they'll walk you through that process step by step. They pride themselves in being a local Collinsville business, and they specialize in helping their clients promote and grow that business, all with custom apparel. All Pro Tees, right across the street from Kahok Stadium, online, allprotees.com, or call 344-2200. We have moved along to the top of the fifth inning. And Caitlin Moore moves into the pitcher's circle for Haley Yanger. So Yanger pitches 4 innings. Gives up the 8 hits and the 4 runs. Walked 2, struck out 2, and hit a batter while she was out there. And it'll be the middle of the order. Heather Martinez coming up. Caitlin Moore on the year. This is her 19th game pitched in. She has 14 starts to her credit. 3 complete games with a 9-1 record. 73 innings pitched. She has a 2.09 earned run average. Moore, 46 strikeouts to only 4 walks this year. That is very impressive. Martinez hit by a pitcher first time, doubled, Stranded both times she was on the base paths, plus a stolen base. This one stays high on the infield. Caroline Keller calls for it and has it for out number 1.
Number 23, left fielder, Hannah Scrum.
That'll bring up Hannah Scrum. Hannah 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a strikeout and a ground out. Hannah Scrum, the lefty. Bunts, and bunts foul. Looks like Haley Yanger moved out to left field. Next pitch from Moore to Scrum, little slap hit. That's going to go down and in center field. Almost a nice play out there by Courtney Keller. She dove at the last second, and that ball almost found its way into her glove.
Designated player, Sam Brakebill.
That'll bring up Sam Brakebill. Sam sacrificed Heather Martinez over to third base back in the second with a bunt, and then was thrown out as that ball was fouled down the third base side. Thrown out from right field on a ball that made it one bounce to Vickery. Vickery came up firing over the first base, and Keller caught the ball. Had a little discussion between the umpires. First base umpire called her safe, and then second base umpire overruled it. Collinsville scored 3 runs in that inning anyhow. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Brakebill. Strike 3 called. Or not a strike, an out. Okay, now it's 0-2. Scoreboard had it as 0-2, so I was going with the scoreboard. So now it's 0-2. Brakebill awaits the next. Swinging a little pop fly behind third base. That one is going to be fair. And a throw over to second is going to be in time because Hannah Scrum had no idea that ball was going to be caught for 1, and number 2 caught in fair territory. So Sam Brakebill, I guess, reaches on the fielder's choice, and Hannah Scrum is out 7-4 on or 7-6 on the play. For out number 2, Adriana Hall has 2 singles here in this game and a run scored. Singleton was stranded at second, back in the second. Singleton came home to score in that 3-run 4th inning. Brakebill is on at first now. And the 1-0 to Hall, right back to the pitcher Moore. Over to first base with it, and the inning comes to a close. Collinsville strands their 8th base runner on the afternoon as we head now to the bottom of the 5th. Collinsville still leads 4-1. Time to thank Cafe Agape. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, and more. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf on Thursday, fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now using the to-go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7. They're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Call 345-CAFE, 345 2-2, 3-3 off the fence in the outfield as first pitch swinging and into second base. You are out at second base. Jade Williams starts off with a base hit, but this gets thrown out at second base on a fine play there in center field by Adriana Hall. To Martinez covering. Long first out. Nevertheless, it's an out. Now Louts with a chance at shortstop. She throws over to first base in time. Out number 2. Does it look like these Kahawks want to win this game or what? That was Caroline Keller. Now, excuse me, Jade Williams, now Caroline Keller. Courtney Keller. Make that Caroline Keller. Courtney, strikeout victim, her first time up. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Collinsville leads 4-1. Swinging a high fly ball. Out in center field, Sauer calls for it. She has it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning here. As it turns out that way anyway. For the Kahawks as we head now to the top of the 6th. Collinsville still leads 4-1. Time to thank some more of our sponsors. How about Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville? Rich has everything from hi-fi to hi-fi. Got vinyl? Well, if not, Rich's Record Emporium does. Great place for you to start a used or a album collection featuring new and used records to remastered originals, everything from classic rock, country, jazz, and more. While you're there, check out the Audio Emporium. All that at Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville. Online, richesrecordemporium.com, or you can call 200-9287. Liz Sauer leads things off here, top of the order for Collinsville. Swing and a miss by Sauer, who is 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Doubled and scored in the 4th. Before that, she was 0 for 2 with a pop-up and a ground out. 4-1, Collinsville with the lead. Getting late, we're in the 6th. Swinging a shot right back to Kate Moore at the mound. She just snapped that glove up there, and that ball found it. R.J. Simpson steps up to the plate. She's been on base all 3 times today. 2 walks, a double, a stolen base, and 2 runs scored. Swinging a high fly ball on the run. Vickery, she's going to watch it over the scoreboard in right field, and the Kahawks are up 5-1. R.J. Simpson on base all 4 times this afternoon. She's scored 3 runs now. Double, a home run, and a couple of walks, and picks up her first run batted in. Maddie Louts had 2 runs batted in her last at bat, a 2 RBI single in the 4th. That followed her pop-up and fly-out in the 1st and the 3rd. 1 out. And inside, Louts looks at ball 1. The sophomore Louts awaits the next pitch, high and outside from Kate Moore. Moore, a senior for O'Fallon. Swinging a foul ball right past the ankles of Coach Brett Swip down the third base line.
And it's better than not seeing it at all.
One ball, two strikes to count to Maddie Louts. One out in the inning. R.J. Simpson with a home run here in this inning has given Collinsville a 5-1 lead. Louts up there with one out. Swinging a grounder to Zoe Howard at third. She throws in time for out number two.
Number 30, third baseman, Belle Marsala.
Here is Belle Marsala. Marsala 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Sacrificed RBI in the fourth. Reached on an error in the first. In between that, a strikeout. Collinsville's third baseman steps in with no one on, 2 outs. Here in the top of the sixth, first pitch is in there for a called strike. Next one from Moore to Marsala, swinging a foul ball out of play. Oh, and 2 the count. Belle Marsala.
They struck out 2 of our batters with bases loaded.
0-2 pitch from Moore to Belle Marsala. It's behind her as it skips behind her.
Here you go, Katie. You got it 3, kid.
Still snagged there by Schlor. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Riley Doyle, the Kahok catcher, waits on deck. Marsala grounds one to short at second base. She bobbles it, but picks it up in time for the out. And the inning comes to a close, but not before R.J. Simpson sends one over the fences out in right field, and Collinsville picks up a big run there. As we head now to the bottom of the sixth, Kahawks are up 5-1. Time to thank Marshall's Transmission in Collinsville. At Marshall's Transmission, they know how much of a hassle it is dealing with the broken transmission. That's why the friendly and trustworthy staff at Marshall's can help with all of your transmission troubles. Marshall's Transmission handles all types of vehicles. Just bring it into Marshall's. They will thoroughly inspect the problem, and they will give you an honest quote. Marshall's Transmission, 263 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or you can call 345-1930. Back to the top of the order here for O'Fallon. Collinsville led off at the top of the order in their half of the sixth, though why not? O'Fallon gets to do the same thing. Miley Bruner, who led off this game with a solo home run to center field, leads things off. Butcher and a grounder to Marsala, up over and OUT.
Number 14, third baseman, Zoe Howard.
Here is Zoe Howard, who has walked and doubled. She was stranded both times.
Come on, Zoe.
Kendra Butcher has now retired 8 straight.
Go, Zoe.
Howard walked and was stranded at first, back in the first, doubled and was left at second, back in the third. Here we are in the sixth, high and outside from Butcher.
Zoe.
Butcher.
Right. Yep. 10 a.m.
Ready to go. Inside.
Is everything inside? Yes. In our booth. Yeah. This weekend? Oh, it's big. Saturday. 10 a.m.
When is their seniors' last day of school?
It was
2-0.
yesterday.
So they just
Butcher
Yeah.
wait till
to Zoe Howard. Strike on the inside corner, 2-1. Ashley Schlor waits on deck. If Howard or Schlor can get on, Kelly Short, the cleanup batter for O'Fallon, will have a chance to bat. Always say it's hard to beat a team 3 times in 1 year. Well, Collinsville lost the first 2 games. Oh, what a nice play by Adriana Hall in midair with a dive to her left. She lands in foul territory, but with the ball in her glove. Oh, man. Put a star in that box. That was a fantastic play there by Adriana Hall. 2 outs. Ashley Schlor steps up to the plate, 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Butcher is dealing. High fly ball. Scrum is underneath it in left field. She has it for the out. 3 innings by the freshman Kendra Butcher and her Lady Kahawks. We head now to the top of the 7th. Collinsville up 5-1. We welcome you back to Belleville West High School. I'm Todd Duke. Glad you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network as we have reached the top of the 7th inning. Collinsville leads right now by a score of 5-1. Try to get some more work to do. It's the middle of the order here for Collinsville. Riley Doyle, Heather Martinez, and Hannah Scrum. If anyone can get on, the number 8 batter in the order, Sam Brakebill, with a chance to bat. Kendra Butcher, freshman pitcher for Collinsville, out in the circle, has retired the last 9 in a row. Here is a hot shot right through the legs of Bruner at shortstop. And Riley Doyle is on first base as Collinsville has their leadoff player on again for Heather Martinez. For Doyle, that was her second base hit of the afternoon, so she's 2 for 4. Heather Martinez was hit by a pitch in the second, stole second, and then was stranded at third. She had a double in the third and popped up back to the pitcher back in the 5th. Bunt down the third baseline, foul. Why not? Love to have that other run across. As Butcher has shut down O'Fallon's offense 3 innings straight, 1, 2, 3. Wasn't easy, but it has been done. Martinez awaits the next pitch, high and outside. Ball 1, 1-1. We're back at you tomorrow afternoon, 4:30 game time, 4:15 pregame, as we're across town at Belleville East High School, as your Kahok baseball team takes on the Warriors of Granite City in regional semifinal action. Here's a bunt nobody wants. Zoe Howard picks it up. By the time she does, her throw was too late to beat Heather Martinez. Back-to-back base hits here by Collinsville. Kahawks have picked up hits number 11 and 12. That'll bring up Hannah Scrum, who broke an 0 for 2 with a single of herself in the 5th. Scrum, the lefty, awaits and takes her bat back from an attempted bunt and looks at ball 1. Caroline Keller way in from first. Zoe Howard will creep a little closer here from third as the pitch is delivered. It's a bunt. It's a caught bunt in the air. And a throw over to first base. And Heather Martinez is out as well.
Number 21, designated player, Sam Brakebill.
Line drive right to Keller. Riley Doyle stands down at second now, and she's down there with 2 outs.
Oh, I do it for the coach. Yep, I do it for the coach. I mean, we have community pass. We bought community pass, so if parents aren't there, they can watch.
That brings up Sam Brakebill. Brakebill reached on a fielder's choice her last time up.
Game changer added audio. $100 we paid for
2 outs, top of the 7th. Collinsville up 5-1.
anyone. You can follow us. You can follow
Strike on the inside corner to Brakebill.
You can then click the game and you'd be able to hear it since we bought
Doyle stands out at second base. 2 outs.
Come on. They got it. We got it. Our baseball team.
Moore ready with the next. Outside, ball 1, 1-1.
That whole thing. Oh, man. I know. No.
Collinsville trying to hang on and play in the conference championship game,
And it's
or the regional championship game, excuse me, scheduled for Saturday at 11 o'clock from here.
what we believe is happening.
We'll have to see if that holds true, and I know Collinsville's already had their graduation ceremony, so I guess it all depends on Belleville East.
But nothing else has come out about that. Like, if we're going to have to.
Moore ready with the next, outside and a high, ball 1, or ball 2, excuse me, 2-2.
Hopefully they wait until postseason's over.
Riley Doyle on at second base. 2-2 pitch, swinging a foul ball down the third base side.
After we win,
And we'll do it all over again. Sam Brakebill.
in 2011 or whatever when it was added. And
Next pitch misses.
but like, no.
3-2, full count.
Yeah, yeah. And I think somebody's lying. There's no way that we could have installed a whole bathroom without somebody knowing about it from the city. Yeah.
Here is the full count pitch, and I called strike 3. Hits the inside corner to Brakebill for out number 3. We head now to the bottom of the 7th. Collinsville just 3 outs away from moving on to the regional championship game, and we'll have the bottom of the 7th for you next on the Kahok Sports Network. It'll be the middle of the order here for O'Fallon. In the bottom of the 7th, Collinsville needs 3 outs to secure a victory here and move on to face Belleville East, which I understand they graduated and had their ceremony on Tuesday, yesterday, so that would clear the way for an 11 o'clock game right here Saturday morning. Here's Butcher trying to close it out, give herself a complete game playoff victory, and the first pitch to Short misses. Short has flight out both times here this afternoon, once to Sauer in center and once to Adriana Hall in right. Swing and a miss by Short. Middle of the order, as I mentioned. Short, the cleanup hitter, followed by Yanger and then Caitlin Moore. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Short. Butcher delivers. Strike called on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Butcher delivers the next. Swinging a slow roller to Martinez at second. Over to first in time for out number 1. That will bring up Haley Yanger, who started off pitching in this game. She pitched 4 innings, gave up 8 hits, 4 runs, all 4 of them earned. A couple of walks, a couple of strikeouts, and a hit batter. Now she is playing left field. First pitch from Butcher gets away from her, slips out of her hand, and rolls all the way back to the screen. Lots of nerves must be running through the body of the freshman Kendra Butcher. 2 outs away from picking up a victory here in her first ever playoff performance. A little bit high with the next pitch, 2-0 to Yanger. 5-1 the score. Collinsville up by 4. Next pitch also a little high. And now Martinez comes in to calm her freshman pitcher down a bit. 3-0 the count to Yanger. Moore on deck, the designated player. 1 out. Next pitch misses, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Only the second walk issued this afternoon, and that breaks a string of 11 in a row retired by Kendra Butcher. And here comes Caitlin Moore, who is now the pitcher. She stands in from the left side. A little double play ball will end it. First pitch to Moore. That one hits the outside corner, called strike 1. Runner on at first, Haley Yanger. That run does not mean a thing. Collinsville leads by 4. Moore swings and misses. Strike 2. Moore has grounded out, lined out, and that's it. 0 for 2. And speaking of 0-2, that's the count. Butcher ready. Swinging a fly ball. This one's going to drop down for a single. And Scrum comes up with it. Runner will be held at third. It'll be first and third for O'Fallon.
Good job, Katie Moore!
That is only the 3rd base hit this afternoon for O'Fallon. That brings up Jade Williams, the left fielder. 1 for 2 on the afternoon for Williams. And we're going to have a little chat in the pitcher's circle as Coach Yipka comes out. All the infielders are in. And again, runner down at third doesn't mean anything. Austin Vickery is going to come in and run for Moore. Vickery playing right field here this afternoon. Conversations going on all over the place. Now they're finished.
Your attention, running for the Panthers, number 39, Austin Vickery.
Good job, Austin!
So Vickery's on at first.
Let's go, Jay!
Yanger is on at third. 1 out. Collinsville 2 outs away from securing the victory, but O'Fallon not going away easily after 11 straight putouts by Kendra Butcher. The next 2 have reached on a walk and a single. Butcher ready to go for Williams. Outside, ball 1.
Good eye, kid. Here we go. Let's go, Jay!
Keller twins are next. Or the Keller sisters, excuse me. Caroline waits on deck. Courtney in the hole. Next pitch, swinging a fly ball out to Adriana Hall, and she overruns it. She misjudged it, came in too far, then the ball went over her head. That scores Yanger.
Here we go.
And all the way over to third, Vickery. Jade Williams is down at first with an RBI single.
Come on, 8.
And it looks like Coach Swip is going to bring us a new pitcher. So we will step aside here for just a moment. We'll tell you about the changes when we come back on the Kahok Sports Network. Maddie Louts will move from her shortstop position to try and save this game for Kendra Butcher and her Kahawks. As Darby Tarrant comes in to play shortstop, that's where Louts was playing. And with runners on at first and third and one out, Louts will deal with the Keller sisters. First it'll be Caroline, who is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. First pitch to her is a strike called. 1-0. Collinsville 2 outs away from securing this victory. Moving on to the regional championship game. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen, 0-2. First time that the Kahawks would be in the regional championship game since 2011. Also the last time they won a regional championship. Louts with the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. Keller down on strikes, and the Kahawks down till one more out. And that'll bring up Courtney Keller. Keller is 0 for 2. Sister Caroline now 0 for 3. So 0 for 5 on the afternoon for the Keller sisters. Louts. Ready? Here it is. Strike called. Louts is coming in dealing strikes. Runners on first and third. Tying run is up to the plate in the form of Courtney Keller. Swing and a miss. Collinsville 1 strike away from moving on.
Come on, man, you got it, Court. Go, Court. Come on, Courtney. Come on, Courtney.
Louts ready with the 0-2. Up high, ball 1. Girls are ready to explode out there. I can see the smiles on their faces. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a foul. Keeps Keller alive. Five to our score. 2 outs Runners on the corners. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Keller goes down, and the Kahawks are moving on to the regional championship game.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the final. The Kahawks of Collinsville High School 5. The O'Fallon Panthers 2.
5-2 our final score
To the regional championship game.
as we transition ourselves into the Chiropractic Works post-game show. Chiropractic Works, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road. Call 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Back with the post-game show in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahawks Sports Network. As your Collinsville Kahawks have broken a 6-year drought of winning a regional playoff game. Last time Collinsville won a regional playoff game was back in 2011. Matter of fact, that was the last time they won a regional championship. Well, one streak is finished. They are now back in a regional championship game for the first time since 2011 with a chance to win their first regional championship since then, as they will take on the Belleville East Lancers. That game's scheduled for 11 o'clock Saturday morning right here from this field. And we will tell you right now that if the boys win their baseball game tomorrow, they also will play Saturday morning at 11 o'clock for a regional championship. What we are going to do, since Chris Kettler is an administrator on the KahawkSports.com Facebook page, and he is also a member of the softball team and has to be here for the softball game Saturday. We're going to send him out here with his phone, and he will do a Facebook Live of that game Saturday morning while I go out to Belleville West and do the boys' baseball game. That all, of course, depends on if the boys win or lose tomorrow. So the first part of this equation is already finished as Collinsville has won here this afternoon by a final score of 5-2. Collinsville scores 5 runs on 12 hits. Kahawks committed no errors. They left 9 base runners on base. O'Fallon, 2 runs, 1 in the first, 1 in the 7th, nothing in between. On just 4 hits, Panthers committed 1 error and left 4 base runners on. Winning pitcher here this afternoon, Kendra Butcher. She pitched 6 1/3 innings, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs. Both of those runs were earned. She had a couple of walks while she was in there and 3 strikeouts, and at one point, she set down 11 Panthers in a row, got the first out of the 7th inning, the last out of the 3rd, and then 1, 2, 3 in the 4th, 5th, and the 6th. After Haley Yanger came in to score on an RBI base hit by Jade Williams, which puts runners on 1st and 3rd. Coach Brett Swip brought in Maddie Louts to close things out, so Louts gets a save, a 2-out save in the bottom of the 7th. Butcher, 6 1/3 innings pitch, as I mentioned, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Losing pitcher was Haley Yanger. She pitched 4 innings, gave up 8 hits, 4 earned runs, also a couple of walks, a couple of strikeouts, and a hit batter while she was in there. Big bats came in the 4th inning. Of course, you can't win the game without tying it first. Collinsville finally got that run back that they gave up in the 1st, back in the 3rd inning on a double by R.J. Simpson, and then a Riley Doyle single sent her home, and we were tied, and then 3 runs in the 4th, 1 more in the 6th. O'Fallon scores 1 more in the 7th, but that's all they could muster, and the final score, Collinsville wins by a final of 5-2. Joining us now on the postgame show is Collinsville head coach Brett Swip. Coach, congratulations, man.
Oh, thank you very much. We've been working for this moment, and now we got to figure out how to multiply it by a couple more.
Well, let's start with the obvious. Your pitcher this afternoon, Kendra Butcher, the freshman, did a phenomenal job. Gave up that home run to Bruner to start off the game, but after that, she settled down and only gave up 3 more hits along the way.
You know, she had she's got great leadership around her. You know, our pitching coaches have done a great job preparing all of our pitchers. She's got a leader, and, you know, Maddie, who's in front of her, who takes the majority of our innings, and Maddie's kind of helped KB grow up a little bit, and then Maddie came in and saved it and closed her. You know, KB to come and just compete. You know, I mean, she kind of woke up a little bit on that first pitch to the leadoff girl, and then she kind of realized, okay, I got to bring my game here. So, but man, it's a team effort. I tell you what. And then we got Riley Doyle, who's a catcher, who's a freshman, and she's calling the games. You know, I mean, she calls the games for our pitchers with Coach Yipia. And I tell you what, it took all the pitchers and all the catchers and our bullpen and everything. So I'm so proud of the pitching staff.
Yeah, she got the last out of the 3rd inning and the first out of the 7th in between there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. She